What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. You guys have been asking for a video on Baldanone, or Baldanon, or however you want to say it, equipoise anyways. So we're going to go ahead and do that video today because there's enough interest in it to want it. Now, let me disclaim by saying that I do not promote the use of illegal substances where they're illegal, okay, which steroids are illegal in the U.S., so I do not suggest you go out there and try to buy a bottle of equipoise and use it. I also do not suggest breaking the law wherever you are if it's not in America. If this stuff is legal where you're at, that's fine. You want to use it, that's fine, but if it's illegal, do not mess with it. That being said, I'm going to back up for a second, and I talked to Jason Blaha last night a little bit through email, and I got an email from a young kid, and we're just going to start this whole video with this. And this young kid has a hard time sticking to his diet. He doesn't eat right, he doesn't train right, he doesn't do anything really right, but he wants to go on trend. So before we start talking about equipoise and other drugs, I need to make sure that you guys understand 100% that, first of all, if you're not done growing, this stuff could actually keep you from growing. Look at Lee Priest. I mean, the guy's only like 5'2". And the guys that start messing with that stuff too early, it will mess with your height, it will mess with your hormones, it will, even if you took tren, it's going to shut your body down, and you're no longer going to produce testosterone for a period of time while you're on it. Now, at 18, 19, do you really want to not produce testosterone just so you can have a little more muscle? Because I guarantee you that you're not going to get the gains that you think you are. And here's why. If you can't stay on a diet correctly or get the training done in the gym correctly, there's no way you're going to stay on a regimen of sticking needles in your body. It's not going to happen. You haven't even shot up yet once, and you're already talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Trenbolone acetate has to be done just about every day. Now, if you're going to use one of these drugs, here is a little insight that maybe not a lot of people will tell you. It fucking hurts to inject something in your body. Now, the initial injection is not that bad. If you've ever got a shot at the doctor, it's pretty much the same. But that area gets aggravated and inflamed and irritated because of the antibacterial stuff that they put in it to keep it sterile. Benzyl alcohol, benzoate, and depending on the type of oil that it's made with, you may have to push really hard to get it through the syringe. Now, or through the needle, excuse me. Now, that all inflames that area. It hurts. So if you're rotating injection spots throughout the week, you really think that you have this spot over here that's already inflamed and hurts. And you're trying to tell me that you can't stick to a diet and eat enough protein, or you can't eat enough carbohydrates, or go to the gym and get your workouts done, but you're going to poke a needle and cause an injury to your body purposely while it already hurts so bad that you can't even really move your arm around over and over again. I can almost guarantee you that's not going to happen. I did a cycle of suspension one time where the suspension hurt so bad and the areas were so inflamed from the testosterone suspension that it hurt just to move, it hurt to breathe, it hurt to swallow, it hurt to sneeze, and I had to stick the needle in over and over again because the injection spots didn't go away, and you have to do this stuff every day. It was like I was standing like in the middle of my bedroom with like tears going down my face because it hurt so bad, and I had X amount of days till the show, and I knew that the other guys were taking their suspension, and I just had to get it done. So I was using suspension and Winstrol both, and the pain that came with that, those two drugs for like 3 weeks, I can guarantee you the diet and the getting to the gym and getting your workouts in are a whole lot easier than sticking that needle in your body. So, guys, you're young, you don't want to shut your body off, you can't even stick to the basics that you need while you're on the juice, which is the diet and the training. Forget about the gear. I don't think you realize what you're getting yourself into. And then if you're like, well, I'm just going to use orals instead because I don't have to inject, now you're looking at screwing up your liver. Because I can guarantee you and your buddies are going to go drinking too, or you're going to overdo that somehow, and you're going to mess with your liver. Even if you've got a perfectly healthy liver and it's absolutely perfectly fine, your liver values will change while you're on it, and the doctor's going to ask you how much alcohol you're drinking because it's going to look like you're drinking a lot. So there are definitely side effects of it, and they're definitely for adults to make a decision based on it, based on maturity, being able to see those cycles out, as opposed to just, I'm going to stick a needle in my body and not really knowing what's even involved in it. That being said, with that disclaimer, Baldanon, Baldanone, equipoise, whatever you want to call it, this is a long-acting drug. It's supposed to increase your muscle mass, increase red blood cell count, increase your endurance in the gym. I've used several different kinds of Baldanone. Veterinarian ones from Tornell, the Ganabol 50 from Colombia or Dominican Republic or wherever it was from, which are both veterinarian ones, which are 50 milligrams per cc, so you could use a lot of this stuff to get like 400 or 500 milligrams a week. I've used different black market ones. There is no equipoise on the market that's a human grade, so everything is veterinarian grade or it's underground black market. I never saw one single difference out of all the ones that I used, ever. The only thing I saw was a little bit of endurance in the gym, and it wasn't worth what I was doing and what I was paying for it and the pain I was going through it to use it. Now, my other friends, some of them love it. They can't even do a show without it. They like to use it as their base, so they use like Test and EQ as a base, and they'll run that all the way through their show. Now, I've seen dosages anywhere from 200 milligrams to 900 milligrams. And like I said, they get great results with it. I get nothing from it, no matter what I try. So it wasn't something that I had to think about very long. I said, okay, I've taken this thing. It does nothing for me. There's no reason to try it anymore. I've tried all different brands. Scrapped. Now there's Baldanone Propionate, or Baldanone, fast-acting equipoise, which has to be done. Now that's purely black market, underground labs. That one has to be done every other day to every day because it's in and out and fast. And you want to talk about pain from an injection? This stuff feels like a bee stung you, but he stung you with a baseball bat and a sledgehammer at the same time. This thing will swell up so bad and hurt so bad that you'll wish you'd never taken it. And I can almost guarantee you, I've known guys that are pretty hardcore and pretty tough, and they never made it through a full 6-week cycle of this stuff because it hurts so bad. So think about, before you jump on this cycle of this stuff, that can I even get through it with the pain? And I know everybody's a tough guy. I can get through it. I can do it. Whatever. But, bottom line is if the results are not coming like you think they are and you're hurting yourself over and over again and you can't even sit down while you drive or you can't even, raise your arm to write with a pen because, your arm hurts so bad from the injection being in your shoulder, it's something to think about too because you're not going to stick to it or you're not going to be able to train as hard and as intense because you're in pain. I mean, let's face facts. So that's what I feel about those two drugs. I don't feel like they're any good for me. It doesn't mean that other people are not going to take them and like them. But for me, that I just feel like they don't do enough for the pain and the money that I spend on them. I personally get a lot more from Deca when I was using it than I did Equipoise all day long. But some guys use it as the base of their stack. So, biosretraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. www.biosretraining.com is the blog, and where